Young Thug, along with 27 other YSL members, were just indicted for some serious charges, from RICO to possession of illegal drugs and firearms. It isn't looking too good for the Stoner Life superstar. I'm going to break down all of his charges, but before I get to that, let me let you in on Young Thug's dark past behind this rap image. Jeffrey Lamar Williams, professionally known as Young Thug, was born in Sylvan Springs, a neighborhood in Atlanta, and was raised in Jonesboro South Projects. He was the second youngest of 10 siblings, so it was a pretty heavy load on his mother's back coming up in a dangerous and poor neighborhood. Thug had seen a lot he probably shouldn't have seen growing up. He loved his father, but he was a bad gambler, always playing dice and hustling. In 2000, one of his older brothers was shot and killed over a dice game right in front of his eyes, and another one of his brothers went to prison for murder. Thug was a menace himself at a young age because all throughout school, he got into fights, skipped class, and even got expelled from 6th grade and sent to juvenile prison for breaking his teacher's arm.
That's why I'm trying to tell you, Thug grew up in a real rough-ass neighborhood called Jonesboro South, man. I'm telling you, man. It's like a born home on the south side. This shit is for real. You dig what I'm saying? And I forgot, something happened with the teacher. Said something to Thug, man. And you know, Thug goddamn, you know, cause Thug, I'm gonna be 100. Thug come from the slums. I'm talking about like the dirt.
Yeah. After doing 4 years in the hole as a 12-year-old, you think that'll scare him straight. And I guess you can say it kind of did, because he didn't get in any more serious trouble for a good while. Around this same time, Thug really didn't care about anyone's opinions, and he started his own style wearing women's clothing. He was very skinny and tall, so men's clothing didn't fit the way that he liked. But this gender-fluid style brought him a lot of controversy as he started to pursue rap. He received many negative comments from rappers in the game like T.I., Sauce Walka, and even his former best friend, Rich Homie Quan. But this didn't faze the slime rapper. He continued to wear his dresses and tight clothing. Early in his stardom, Thug has made many enemies, but the one that sticks out the most is YFN Lucci, because this recent RICO charge is linked to their beef. YFN Lucci is a rapper from Zone 3 Atlanta that made his way into the game with hit singles Keys to the Street and Every Day We Lit. Lucci really had 2016 in the palm of his hands with these songs. Similar to Thug's YSL, Lucci claims that YFN isn't a gang and is strictly business. These two have been bumping heads for years now. It all started in January 2015. Big Nut, one of YFN Lucci's closest friends, was shot and killed in a drive-by shooting while standing in front of a barbershop on McDaniel Street in the Castleberry Hill neighborhood. In this shooting, another 20-year-old was hit alongside a 14-year-old child. The murder was never solved, so it's not clear who's behind this hit, but rumors in the streets say it was YSL. Big Nut's death really hurt the city and even started an entire gang war. The Atlanta PD say that his death led to over 30 crimes and even 4 murders. ATL was really messed up behind this one. It was even rumored that YSL shot up Lucci's childhood home where his mother lived, but their beef really didn't make it public until early 2016. YFN Lucci made many tweets dissing Young Thug's girlfriend, Jerica, saying how he slept with her, and he even went as far as saying that he has her on a leash. But this wasn't all. Lucci continued to diss the two, even threatening to leak messages proving that he and Jerica linked up. Once Thug had enough, he fired back at Lucci, saying how he's only trying to get clout, and if he wants clout, he should just make music with him, not start any beef. Lucci even went as far as involving Thug's daughter in the beef, posting a picture of her on Instagram, captioned, "Happy birthday, girl." Not gonna lie, that was kind of weird. The fire kind of went out on this beef until Thug dropped his mixtape, Beautiful Thugger Girls. Thug claimed he dropped his tape on Pac's birthday because he feels like he's the new Tupac. Lucci saw this and instantly replied, "Pac would have never worn a dress." He was referring to when Thug dropped his album Jeffrey, where he is pictured on the cover wearing a dress. This led Thug to go off and threaten Lucci, saying, "Thank God you able to take care of your mama and be humble. Doing too much could become a deep sleep." Thug really has a way with words, but anyone can clearly decipher that he was threatening to smoke Lucci if he kept up with this foolishness. After these internet disses, things started to get real. In 2019, Thug went live dissing Lucci and Sauce Walka. He even threatened to slap the two.
Man, of course I'm slap got Lucci and I'm slap got Sauce. I'm slapping the hell out y'all little nigga, man. Stop playing.
But Lucci wasn't letting that slide. He posted a video to his Instagram calling Thug out on his name, saying he ain't gonna slap anyone.
Hey man, y'all stop tagging that ass,
man. They ain't gonna slap nobody.
Sauce Walka took a different approach and posted a video of Young Thug boxing, pretty much saying that if Young Thug fights like this, he won't be much of a problem to handle. Just a little over a month passed when YFN Lucci's car was shot up in Atlanta. 2 people were hit, but Lucci wasn't at the scene. Some YSL members even went as far as spray painting the word slat on Big Nut's grave. The 2 rappers continued to diss each other over tracks and Instagram posts, one including when Thug said, "Last nigga tried me, almost got popped in Lennox," hinting that they got into it at the mall. But Lucci didn't agree with this lyric. He went to Instagram and posted on his story, "Cap-ass album, and boy almost shitted himself in Lennox." Thug replied with a not-so-subliminal message saying, "At YFN, if I ain't like what you do with your mothers and kids, I would have been killed you." A year later, Lucci was locked up for his involvement in a drive-by shooting that left 1 man dead and another critically injured. He posted a $500,000 bond, but it was later revoked due to him going to the recording studio in a club that he wasn't supposed to be at. After spending some time in jail, Lucci was hit with a RICO charge, linking him to multiple blood gang members throughout the South. This didn't make things better for him because he is already facing years, and RICO is not a charge that you want to be the cherry on top. I'm also going to be giving away $100 to someone who subscribes in the next 7 days, so make sure you subscribe to enter. But Lucci isn't the only one facing a RICO. Just a few days ago, Thug, along with 27 of his YSL members, were all indicted on RICO charges. The prosecutors claim that YSL is a criminal street gang run by Young Thug and 2 other men. The rapper was accused of renting out a 2014 Infiniti Q50, which was used in a drive-by shooting that led to the murder of Donovan Thomas, a rival gang member. But this wasn't the original reason why they came for Thug and his crew. Young Thug was allegedly sending hits towards Lucci from outside of the jail walls, one including the time that Lucci was stabbed back in March. Man, Thug really don't like this guy. Lucci's already fighting for his freedom, but now Thug has him fighting for his life as well. But these prosecutors have been really doing their homework on Thug because they have incidents that link way back to 2013. They also use some of Thug's lyrics against him, one being lyrics from his song Really Be Slime, where he says, "My nigga really they slime and we committing them crimes." He also said things like, "Roll one up for the gang. You wanna be slime? Go catch you a body." Those lyrics probably won't help the case at all, hinting that this is gang related and he is literally describing gang initiations. But these were just a few of many lyrics they had held against him. Man, these rappers gotta be more careful with their self-snitching. A few days after being indicted, Thug showed up in court and was hit with 7 more charges on top of that RICO charge. The charges include possession of illegal drugs like lean and za. But it wasn't just any possession charge. They hit him with the intent to distribute, pretty much saying that he was going to sell all these drugs. And the intent to distribute is way worse than just getting a regular possession because it's actually a felony charge. Alongside those charges, Thug was hit with possession of a firearm during a felony, meaning he had a gun while committing a felony, which in this case was intending to distribute drugs. He was also hit with possession of an illegally modified weapon, hinting that he had either a sawed-off shotgun or some switches for a Glock. They also denied him bond because they claim it would be too risky to let him out into the public, which makes sense because if all of this stuff is true, Thug is a kingpin. He sends hits, not do them himself. So if he has access to other people, he can get some business handled. Thug is now facing 20+ years with all of these charges, so let's just wish for the best. And before you leave, check out this video.